So now that we've got an overview of our calendar, we're going to work on actually creating events. A simple way to create an event is simply to click on the area you want to add that into, and it'll automatically give you an hour-long slot. But I'm going to show you something a little more detailed because it gives you more options. So to create an event, on the top left-hand corner, we're going to click Create, and I'm going to have you enter in an important school week here. This is going to be homecoming slash Spirit Week. So go ahead and enter that in for yourself. Now, while you're typing that in, you'll notice below that you could put in a specific time slot on a specific day. But of course, Spirit Week is a range, so I'm going to say this is an all-day thing. And what it would do is just label the day. Since it's a week and it's going to start on September 18th, I'm going to click the date, and using my calendar buttons, I'm going to move forward to September 18th, and it ends on September 24th. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. So now it's going to label that whole week for me just to let me know that that's when that's occurring, rather than a specific time. Now as we move down our other options, just to share some things with you, on where you can actually put in a location. So if I were to type in, and you can go ahead and do this too, BETT, it gives me some options. I'm going to click Bettendorf High School. So it knows where this event is happening. It's automatically going to choose my calendar that I'm in, simply because it's the only calendar I have right now. I can add details. So if I were to know the actual days of Spirit Week, I could type those in here. On the right, you'll notice you can invite your classmates and add them and create a guest list. That could come in really handy if you're setting up a study date or you're setting up some sort of a group project work day. This will actually invite them to that location you set at the time you set, put it on their calendar if they accept that invite. So a really neat feature. You can add attachments if necessary, and you can also change the event color to make it stand out a little bit more for you. One of the most important features here that you have using Google Calendar is our notification option. So if you click Add Notification, you can actually have a notification pop-up show up on your Chromebook to remind you at a certain time, a certain number of days, or weeks if you use that drop-down option before the event occurs. If you click on notification here, you'll notice there's also an email option. I want you to click on email, and we're going to change this to 2 and then weeks before our event. So 2 weeks before September 18th, you're going to get an email at 9 a.m. saying, hey, don't forget Spirit Week's in 2 weeks. Lastly, you'll notice it says you're available. You are. You're still available even though it's Spirit Week. However, you could change it to busy if you were setting an appointment again for a group project, work time, and such. Then you have your default. Public, people can see the details. Private, they can't. The default is usually okay. At this time, go to the top and click Save. So it says it's added Homecoming Spirit Week on September 18th. So if I were to click my arrows like I showed you in the overview and move forward, I have Homecoming Spirit Week. And also on my monthly view, it's going to give me a bar across all those days. So a really nice feature. Then I'm going to click Today to go back. Now the second way to add an event is if someone's already created it. So you'll notice I've got a tab up here that says BHS Calendar. Our school website has a calendar set up, so I'm going to click on this tab to go to that calendar, and you'll notice a lot of our events are already on here. We've got first day of school, we've got teacher in-services, we also have football games and events such as the kickoff dance on September 2nd. So when I see a calendar like this, it's a Google Calendar like it says in the corner. All I need to do is click on the event, and more often than not, I'll get the option to get more details or copy it to my calendar. So I'm going to click Copy to my calendar, and it's automatically going to pop up that event box that we saw earlier with all the details filled in. So high school kickoff dance, 9 p.m. on September 2nd to 11 p.m. I don't need to change any of those details, but I can add the location if I want, or I can invite a guest if I have friends that are going with and I want to help them out. I can change the event color for my calendar if I like, and you'll notice it gives me the option for notifications. So I can leave that the same, or I can put in more options. And you'll notice it even gave me minutes and hours now. Because a smaller appointment, you might want a closer reminder than days or weeks ahead. So those smaller portions will give you that option. Lastly, you'll notice it says busy because, hey, you're at the dance, you're going to be busy. So once I've made sure all the other settings like notifications and color coding and description and guests are ready, I can click save, and it's added the high school kickoff dance on Friday, September 2nd. So I'm going to click month here, and we're going to jump forward to September, and you'll notice September 2nd, 9 p.m., the high school kickoff dance. And if I click on it, it shows me those times and details that I've entered in. So 2 ways to add events here. You can do all day, use the create button, you can do smaller appointment times, due dates, or you can go to an existing calendar, click on it, and copy to your calendars specifically so that it saves you all that work. Hopefully this gives you some ideas on how to stay organized. Check out our other tutorial videos for how to create your own calendars as well. See you there.